brings us to the capital city of Colorado. Welcome to Denver and Empower Field at Mile High. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Chicago Bears and the Denver Broncos.
Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
We welcome you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, and that's Cairo Santos to get us started. Off we go from Denver. And this will not be returned. It's an opening touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. A run with the Central Florida product, R.J. Harvey. And let's give him about 4 on that one. It is Joey Bosa there on the tackle.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Harvey. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Working out of the gun. It's Nix. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
That's good.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
From the gun, that is a run with Harvey. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
How would you like to be this running back here? You get the ball, you're thinking, all right, get through the line, and next thing you know, the big old D tackle's just waiting for you there in the hole. Nowhere for you to go as he takes you down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That's taken in. It's R.J. Harvey. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that 1st down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Now a 3rd and 2. Here's Nix to throw. Trying to make a play out of the pocket. Couldn't do it. It's intercepted. And a nice return there. He is out of bounds right at midfield.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Williams going to throw on the first play. That's to the big tight end, Colston Loveland. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 18 yards on the catch and run will move the chains.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
Here we go.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. That is incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. This one complete downfield to Walker. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Here's a first carry for their running back. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal. A great chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's 1st and goal. Here's a run. He's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
He's got his big tight end, Holston Loveland. Touchdown, Chicago. That's his 8th touchdown of the season.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears will take a 7-0 lead.
Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This going to be returned from right around the goal line. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. A first down throw for Nix. That's caught by Harvey. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. That one good for 29.
They do a really nice job of taking everything away initially, but you have to keep the quarterback in the pocket, especially if you're playing man coverage. You simply can't ask your coverage unit to match up and cover that long.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
15 more yards.
Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing is Nix. That's swung out to Harvey. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. It's a first down completion of 7 yards.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
We'll go play action with Nix. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds following a gain of about 5 on first down.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
On second down, it's Nix. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up third down.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
To the goal line and in. R.J. Harvey. Touchdown, Broncos.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Williams going to look to throw it on first down. That's over the middle and taken by Loveland. He's still on his feet. And he will go all the way. Holston Loveland. Touchdown Bears. That is second touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. The return starts from the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25-yard line.
Bombers.
Play action now. It's Nix. He connects with Mims. And he will be out of bounds on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with 1st and 10. Work in the middle, that's Harvey. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Like the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Less than a yard.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
We'll try to run here with Harvey. Trying to drive his way forward. I'm not sure he got there. Going to depend on the mark, but yeah, he's short. Short, and it's 4th down.
That's just a great job defensively, Mike. Here's a chance they have to get off the field. They sell out for the run. They know it's coming, and they're able to force a 4th down.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down.
Ready? Olay, olay, olay! Bombers, bombers, bombers. Chill, chill, chill.
Nick's going to throw for it. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked. And they turn it over on down. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. In motion, it's Odunze. On 3rd down, it's Williams. Rolling right. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Williams to throw on 2nd down. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Riley Moss. And the Broncos will get the ball at their own 17-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Nick snap on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand. So It's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Second down. Nix. A pass complete to the tight end, Evan Ingram. And he will have this at midfield, forced out of bounds there. A big-time play for the Broncos. It's a gain of 34.
50-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Working out of the gun. It's Nix. On the run to the right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches. But they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm. You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. A pickup there of 25 yards. Good for a Denver first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and we're able to convert.
He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Straight ahead goes Harvey. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Harvey an overshot. No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10.
Now, a second down throw for Nix. That one's incomplete. Good job. Textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
10.
Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver. Third down coming up. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Escaping to his left. Taking off, he'll try to get there. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was third down. On fourth down, the veteran Will Lutz for the Broncos field goal. The kick is perfect, right down the middle. And the Broncos are back within 4 at 14-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll begin here on the ground. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
44-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
From the 44-yard line, here's second and 1.
Let it go.
They'll stick with him again. Down the sideline, past the 45. Touchdown, Chicago. He's up to 21 touchdowns now. What a campaign. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Santos good on the extra point. And the Bears are out to a 21-10 lead.
Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
On first down, here's Nix to throw. Open man, that's Kyle Williams. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Captain. Olay.
Nix now to throw it here on first down. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
That is catch number 60 for the season.
First down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter. For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And he'll take it on in. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Denver. His 4th TD grab of the season.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
That's going to wind up incomplete. They tried for 2, and it does not pan out.
16. Will Lutz to kick
Still a little
off.
time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
What is going on?
Throwing on first down, it's Williams. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops. 50 seconds to play until halftime.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
What is it?
They'll go play action here with Williams. Oh, a dangerous throw there is intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
At the 12-yard line.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Throw to the right flat. It is caught.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
On the give, it's Harvey. And he's into the end zone. R.J. Harvey. Touchdown, Broncos. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
Halftime, coming close. And not much time left as this one is kicked away. A couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
They will start it on the ground to run that clock. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
On the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. A play fake. Now Williams. Going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. So it is a one-point game here at the half as we check in with Scott Hanson for our halftime report. Scott.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter 3 begins. And no return here. This is a touchback.
What is up?
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. This one complete downfield to Walker. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another first down. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. Now, deep shot for Amon-Ra. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That's a short one, caught by Loveland. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
3rd down and 3.
What is going on?
Off play actions. Here's Williams. Coming across the field, it's St. Brown. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a 1st down.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. Moving outside the pocket. He'll tuck it and take off.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
What is it?
On 2nd down, it's Williams. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
The Bears will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision jarred it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 2. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Captain.
A 1st down throw for Nix. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. That is catch number 60 for the season.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical 3rd down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
Now Nick's going to look to throw. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
2nd and 10. Here's Nix to throw. He will air this out, looking for Sutton. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
And 10 yards to
They
go.
nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face third down and 10. Back to throw is Nix. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. What a time for a pick six for the defense. As the other team is trying to get themselves right back in this one, the defense extends the margin with the pick six.
Yeah, just a critical moment. You find yourself on defense, Mike, trying to hang on to this lead. And not only do you do that, you pick six them, and you're able to extend that lead.
Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears will extend this third quarter lead.
22. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Here comes the return from a yard or two deep. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Nix now on 1st and 10. Got it into the hands of Mims. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 25-yard line.
Bombers. Ole. Captain.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. He connects with Mims. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the 1st down on a gain of 7.
And the Broncos.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
He'll let this one go long for Williams. He's got it, and he will go all the way. Touchdown, Denver. He continues to score TDs at a remarkable rate. That's now 26 for him in 1 year.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Drive will start on the ground. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Williams going to look to throw it on first down. In trouble, and down he goes. That's the linebacker, Nick Bonito, in for the sack. And that's a Baker's dozen. 13 for the year.
Vegas! What is up? Feed him up.
Williams to throw on second down. This one caught by the back out of the backfield. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be fourth down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a third and very reasonable. Incomplete on that third down try. Now brings up fourth and short.
That's taken in, and he's going to have the first down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
That's good.
We're starting to see this a lot in the NFL. Not only fourth down tries are up, but throwing the ball short of the sticks. Teams are so reliant nowadays on yards after the catch. It can feel a little dicey upon reception, but a nice job here, and fortunately for them, it picks up the first down.
Forced out wide, and he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
This one down the field, but lined up incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
They're going for it. Here's Williams. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have the Bears first down. It's a gain of 12 on fourth down. Here's Williams now to throw. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he will be taken down. A big pickup on what will be the final play of this third quarter. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. First down and goal. Throw it again. It's Williams. Forced to his right. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
Now a give on the ground. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock? by keeping the ball on the ground.
He'll try and throw. Here's Williams. Exiting the pocket right. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Chicago. And a special moment as the rookie catches his first NFL touchdown.
And the more they can develop this young tight end, Mike, it just gives this quarterback additional weapons, and it's just going to make this offense even more difficult to stop.
A tight end, his first career NFL touchdown. Do you remember yours?
Oh, man, I'll tell you, I could recall it like it was yesterday, Mike. We were up Sunday night, primetime game, Lambeau Field against Brett Favre and the Green Bay Packers. And the previous play, Brian Urlacher recovered a fumble probably around the 20, 25-yard line. Brian Griese was our quarterback for Chicago, and the ensuing play, threw it up to the left corner of the end zone, and Mike, guess who called the game? None other than the legendary John Madden.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On first down, here's Nix to throw. Working free downfield, it is Williams. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
First down.
Captain,
First
captain,
and 10
captain,
at
captain.
the 44-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. Now, he'll just pitch this one out there.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
Second down, Nix. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
31 yards.
A big play and a much-needed one as well. 31 yards.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Bombers, bombers, bombers. Oh, I said.
Nix, now to throw it here on first down. Out to his right. He's going to run it. And he's going to be marked out of bounds down at the 3. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. They'll throw. It's Nix. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll go again from the 3. It is second and goal. Harvey. And that play took a little long to develop. They stop him for no gain at the 4.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
Nix from the gun on third down. The back of the end zone. He's got it. Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Broncos. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
36.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. This will be returned from the 2. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Throwing on first down, it's Williams. Oh, a teardrop throw there off his back foot. It's complete. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
In motion, it's Odunze. Here's Williams on first and 10. That's caught by Walker. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. An even 40 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's first and 10. Off play action. Here's Williams. And he's going to be taken down back at the 20-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
And we got a big third down coming up here, Mike. They got a chance with a conversion to possibly get this under the 2-minute warning, put this defense in a position where they have to start using their timeouts.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. And he's going to be stopped well short of the first down. Gain of 6, but it brings up fourth down. So now the Brazilian-born Cairo Santos in a big spot. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. And this one right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Cairo Santos following the made field goal. Back out to kick this one away. Marvin Mims now from his own end zone. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Bombers. Oh,
a first down throw for Nix. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
It's
A big play and a much-needed one as well. 53 yards.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Joe.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Denver. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, how often do we say it's a one-possession game, but that's a two-part story? Part one taken care of right there with the touchdown.
All right, Mike, so they go down and they get the all-important touchdown. But only half the time is this truly a one-score game. They need this two-point conversion here to tie it up.
And he will not get in. They will come up empty on this try for 2, unable to tie this football game up. So with only one timeout left, plus the 2-minute warning, the decision here is go for the onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Now a run on first down. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. The Broncos going to signal for their third and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll drop to throw. Throw right side, caught by Odunze. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Gain of 16 yards.
His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with it.
1st and 10.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Now they'll run. It's a counter. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Makes the score Bears 51, Broncos 42. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. Flush to his right. He will air this out, looking for Sutton. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. He's going to try it here again. That is caught! And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
And the Broncos first down.
Bombers.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now Nick's going to look to throw. And this is
late score. It's going to give them a little bit of late life here, Mike. But remember, the next series of events is very unlikely. They need to get the onside kick and then likely a Hail Mary situation. So while they definitely have a little bit of a chance, I think it's pretty slim.
And that is incomplete. Two-point conversion attempt winds up being unsuccessful.
Broncos 48.
That score, too little, too late. They need a recovery and a miracle here.
That was their last shot. They've got no timeouts left. Now the offense can just simply come take the field. Best play in football, Mike. Victory formation, take a couple knees, get on with the win.
What is it on? Here we go.
Down to a knee goes Williams. And that should wrap this baby up. So this one, a win for the visiting Bears. They're able to erase the memories from a week ago. Game they really did struggle in. Look like a different group here as they respond with a solid victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olsen. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.